Hey guys, yep, it's me again, Mike D57S, and yep, as I stated, earlier, that the next reviews will be on the Scottish twins themselves, Donald and Douglas. Alright, so here they are, and wow, these models, I mean really, they are just awesome, and I have a good feeling that this is going to be a better review. I know one guy has commented me if I should review Bachmann Douglas because I got Donald a different time before him. And, well, now that I got him, since they're twins, just like I did with Bill and Ben, I'll just review one of them each. Except I'll just show off, the differences. Alright, so, anyways, character opinions. Yes, these guys are awesome twins. I mean, like, of how they are very friendly, very kind, wise, very hardworking, and are proud of their Scottish heritage, but also they don't take any crap from anybody. Nope. Like, they always get even with anybody that tries to, pick on them or push them around. Nope. I mean, yep. And these guys, I mean, they are just one of the awesomest characters out there. And even my favorites, I mean, like, I love, a lot of the classic characters, and Donald and Douglas, if I were to have a favorite twin engines, it would have to be these two. I like Bill and Ben, though, but they'll be in second place. These two will definitely do the hard work and stuff. Anywhere, and they're really good role models to look up to, and seeing how that they will, here's what I'm going to say, and seeing how they'll later return in Season 18, I'm very excited, since the fact that the voice actor who voiced Oliver and Toad in the CGI series, Joe Mills, is going to be voicing them. I just hope he can do a really good Scottish accent. Unlike how Alec Baldwin, did it, where he didn't do a Scottish accent at all. I mean, George Carlin did the best Scottish accent for them. Ringo Starr, barely. Oh well. Okay, let's just get on with the actual reviews. And since we got, twins, I'm going to do this, the best example I'll do this off of is from my favorite of the duo, Donald. Yeah, I'll just, leave Douglas aside. Alright, here's Donald. Alright. First, and since now I'm back to reviewing tender engines, it's obvious that first goes the tender. Alright. The tender on these guys looks spectacular. I mean, it really, really does. However, there's only just one problem. Douglas has no damages, but my Donald, it kind of has a little chip there. Oh well. But nonetheless, I love the way it's modeled. Like, I love, the way they modeled, the wheel bins, and even, like, these little, like, curves here, which are supposed to be, like, their brakes that would just, stop. Well, I think, it's the brakes, obviously. And the way that's done, nice. And especially the way the wheels look. I mean, I love how thin the little bars are in it. And, of course, we even got for, since I got Donald, that we even got the famous number 9. And, of course, it's obvious, that Douglas is number 10, yeah. And the numbers on both Donald and Douglas, they look very nice. Anyways, back to this later. Alright, and on the back, it looks splendid as well. Like, I love the way the buffers are made, really. They really look a lot like sprung buffers, even though they're not. I wish they were, though, because that would be cool. And the way, they actually molded on these, bits and, bolts, just, like, making it seem like they're holding it to the buffer beam. Nice. And the buffer beam itself looks very nice, too. Like, they got the brake pipe, and the coupling hook is, of course, that right proper color, and everything else. The white and red stripes look good. I give it that. I already mentioned the number, and the coal load on both the engines, and all the Bachmann Thomas engines, and even every, train that Bachmann makes in their range looks spectacular. It looks so realistic, even from a far-off distance. Now, there's only one inaccuracy to Donald and Douglas and to their actual prototype, the Caledonian, the Caledonian A12. And I've stated this before in my 2012 review, that even though, I only had Donald's at the time, that they didn't really have the filler caps. And I have this, Bandai plastic model, which I heard is called Nakayoshi, that when I bought a Donald model, that it actually does have a filler cap. But the models, they don't, and I have no idea why. But after watching the episode Donald's Duck, all I could assume is that, is the filler cap here or anything? Like on the side of the doors? I don't know. You could leave me a comment on that. But nonetheless, really, really good. I love the way that the doors are molded, and so are the step ladders over here. Nice. And of course, this rim around, surrounding the coal on their tenders, they look nice too. Oh, and I even love, this molded space over here on both of the twins, just to make it look like you could actually, well, actually, you can fit a driver or fireman on there. Nicely done. Like, I like the way they did that, and this red buffer beam looks nice too. Yep. Okay, so now that we got, the tender out of the way, let's get to both of the locomotive type of, Donald's and Douglas. Alright, starting from, the back to the front. First off, is one of, the nitpicks I got. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I still think, the models are, like Edward, are a masterpiece, but, like, literally, just... Is it me, or is it getting bright in here? Yeah, I'm just noticing it, though, Oh, never mind. Alright, I like, that they got the red buffer beam, over here, like, just like on their tenders. And I could see that they got a firebox, and I like, how they drilled, these holes in, their cabs, but there's only just one thing, like, there's no room, like Gordon, Henry, no, actually, no, I mean Edward, Emily, and James, where they don't have room for, like, a crew member to stand on. And, yeah, I really wish, they'd open the cab a lot more. Maybe this, well, actually, this is just pretty much to hide the motor and stuff. Alright, and I even like how they got a handrail here. Now, I know that some people have complained, and I don't really care about it too much. Like, I don't really, seem to notice it that much either, especially when the models first came out at the time, is that the two are supposed to have, like a thin black, like, rail bar, hanging down from their cab. I don't even know why they did that, but I think, we were shunting Steve when he did his review on Donald and Douglas, that, that the only reason that they wouldn't do that is just to, because, a child might break it off. Maybe. But I really don't care, because I don't really notice it too much. No. And they even got a gray handrail right over here, as well as these white and red stripes again. Top of the cab, where they got this little rim. Nice. Everything else on Donald and Douglas look nice as well. Like, of course, I don't need to show you, Douglas's model for the nameplate, because I'm showing Donald, and, the nameplate is pretty self-explanatory. That, I mean, I love the way the nameplates are made. When they're bright red and, of course, are in, in the correct font. Just a capital letter, and the rest of them being lowercase. Nice. And, I mean, the colors are nice as well. I mean, and I know that some fans would actually want the nameplate over here, like it was in Season 2, but I don't really, favor that much. Now, I actually like it, yeah, over here. Because if you ask me, it looks better in the middle, in my opinion. Yeah, I actually like, that they got the nameplates of both of the twins right in the middle of their boiler. That's good for me. I mean, from season 3 and onwards, like, they took, like, the nameplate, you know, right from the front of their smoke box right into the middle of their boiler. And I like it. I mean, it's much better than the season 2 one, in my opinion. And we even got, you know, these other, you know, ribs on his boiler. And we even got, you know, the separately fitted items, which are, of course, his funnel, his steam dome, his safety valve, and his whistle. They look nice. I mean, I like that. And, of course, the handrail is molded on nicely, too. Alright, and we even got the wheel arches, and this really long, like, thinner one, well, not thin, but, like, curved one right over here. Good, very good. I mean, despite everything, I really do love these models, and they, along with Edward and Diesel, are my favorites. Oh, and probably even Duck and Thomas, maybe. Now that I just thought of it. We got this, you know, wheel arch lumping up from here. And before we move on to the rest, I know that some people would rather prefer, you know, them being blue like in the Railway series. I can get that, but I'm happy with the way Donald and Douglas are now, just like I mentioned with Percy being the way he is right now. And, however, I did see, you know, a picture on DeviantArt where some guy had actually repainted, you know, Donald and Douglas to look, you know, the way they did in the Railway series, you know, with that blue, like, Caledonian look, which, of course, is what the actual prototype is. And that was pretty awesome. Though I stand by the TV series, that was just awesome. And he even managed to move the nameplates right, you know, on their smoke boxes. But this is my favorite version. I mean, so, yeah, they're missing their rail bars. I get it. But I barely notice them, though. I mean, they look nice without them anyway. I mean, with or without them. So, yeah. Now, the rest of them. Okay, yeah, the steam dome, I like how thick it is, you know. And, like I said, these are separately fitted items on top. The steam dome is molded on nicely, and I love the way they created, you know, the safety valve and, you know, their whistles. Like, they look nice, too. Here, I'll just close up. And now, as if I hope, you know, that this would just focus in. Come on, I can't wait all day. Yeah, this thing takes forever when it does it. Yeah, so... there we go, there. Yeah. I really like, you know, the way that, you know, the whistle and the safety valve, the steam dome, and are made. And, oh, here's a clear view of their nameplate fonts. It looks nice. And here's the funnel, and, like, I like, you know, how they got these two little ribs here, and this rim on top. That was done very well, especially for Douglas, because, you know, they're twins, obviously. The wheels are done very nicely as well. You know, of how they got, you know, these two areas close together, and, of course, these two spaced. And this, of course, was the same method they used for Duck, which is what their actual prototypes are in real life. Except, you know, their wheels are bigger than Duck's, while Duck has those Ritz Cracker wheels. But nonetheless, the side rod it looks splendid, and so do the wheels. I just love the way these wheels look, really. They look awesome. Alright. Now we're almost finishing up Donald and Douglas, and, you know, their looks. We got this little, you know, molds right over here. Nice. And I love, you know, that they got the brake pipe, the coupling hook, and this little notch again. The buffers look nice. I'm going to keep the front couplers on. And, of course, then we got the rest of the handrails here. Then the face. Wow. This is a really nice face. Oh, and since, you know, we got twins, just like with Bill and Ben, Donald and Douglas, of course, you know, they, you know, have different individual faces, so I'll definitely show them. Alright, come on. Alright. There we go. Okay, here's Donald, and here's Douglas. Okay. First we'll do Donald, my favorite of the duo. I love the way, they got Donald's face. It's just, the regular face that both Donald and Douglas would both have. Like, it's, this really, nice and charming smile. The eyebrows are done nicely on him, and so are their noses. Like, and this smile at Donald is very good. And then here's Douglas, who his eyes are, I'm sorry to say that his eyes are really wonky and stuff, yeah. And unlike, Donald, his eyebrows are a lot thinner and are, like, straight upward. That's good, yeah. I remember, seeing, a picture of their models on the early websites where they actually had these faces, except, Douglas was opening his mouth. And I mean, both faces are nice. Granted, I mean, their faces are actually the same. The only difference is that they, repainted the eyebrows and stuff. And if I would have to, pick a favorite out of the two, my favorite would obviously have to be Donald. Like, it looks splendid. Alright, so yeah, that's the looks of Donald and Douglas. Done. Now we'll just get to, the strength and speed test. Alright guys, since I got twins, I'm going to actually show you the strength in each twin. And once again, Donald will be the example. Because like I said, Donald is my favorite out of the duo because basically I love, the name Donald or Don or Donnie. One, real ass with these models is just, when they go on a slow speed over the crossing, they stop. And this is the same problem with, Percy and Toby as well. Hold on. There we go. Alright. Yeah, I pretty much have all my rolling stock. These two are very strong, believe me, and that's why they're heavy. Okay, so I'm having Donald going down. And since I was going to show speed, here's how fast Donald goes. Yeah, I'll only give them each one run, and then I'll have them pull the train together. Alright, and now I'll stop him right over here. There we go, and now I'm just going to take him off the track, and now give Douglas a turn. Alright, excuse me. Alright, now let's just show how fast Douglas can go. Pretty much like, I think, the same speed as Donald, but testing them two out, I noticed one's faster than the other, and I think it's Douglas who's faster than Donald. I really can't remember, but I'll just stop him here. And now I am going to get Donald and Douglas to run together with the same train, but first, something I just wanted to show you guys. It seems that Donald's is probably faster than Douglas. Well, maybe since Douglas is pulling the train. Oh well. Here we go. I'll give him 2 runs, because these guys, they're awesome characters in the show. Yep. The twins aren't really that fast with many engines, but they still run very well, just like they do in the show. I mean, we don't really see them go that fast, but... Alright, now I'm going to stop Donald and Douglas. Okay, you guys, that's it. That is my review on Donald and Douglas, the Scottish twins. And like, I've done with Edward, I will give these two both a full 10. Yeah. I've given a full 10, a lot of engines, but of course Donald and Douglas will too. Like, hands down. I mean, like, these two, like, they look very splendid. Okay. So this is Mike D57S, and stay tuned because we'll be finishing the review off with the 2 diesels, Mavis and Diesel. So, yeah, I'll stay tuned, guys. Bye.